The first free plugin is the Mixmatcher right here, which works just like a built-in Ableton plugin here, and it allows us to match two different mixes. So for instance, I have the Superhero song from Metro Boomin's new album pulled up right here, and what I did here is I put it on a audio track, and then I turned it to sends only. Then what you can do is you can put the Mixmatcher on your master here, and you can go ahead and select master as your first one. That's going to be our first reference. And our second one, B right here, is we're going to pick the track that says the Metro Boomin in future. And you can get this on maxforlive.com right here by Funkatronics, and there's just a free download right down here. The next plugin is the Classic Equalizer by T-Rex, and I don't even know how this plugin is free because it is that good. And this is an analog modeled EQ. As you can see, you can go to their website right here, click on it for free. You might have to make an account, and it's as easy as that, and then you get to download it. So they're saying that this is a high-quality 6-band parametric EQ, and it's designed to achieve high-end performance in mastering environments. And one thing I absolutely love about this plugin is how many presets there are. So if we go under mastering, we have tons of presets here. There's also generic ones, and there's also FX. But let's go under the mastering and let's just pick out one. Let's check out this boomy mix right here. And as you can see, it's taking a little bit of that mid-end out. Let's hear what it sounds like. Let's check out this more warmth one too really quick here. And with this video, guys, I'm not going to be going over all of the basic ones, right? We could be here all day. There's all kinds of free plugins that everybody loves to use. In this video, I'm going to try to show you guys some that you may not have ever seen before. Otherwise, I'm also going to mention a couple of them that are just so good that you may know about it, but just in case you don't, you need to know about it. And for instance, this next one here, which is called Fresh Air, everybody probably knows about this, but if you don't, you need to grab this, and it's because it is the best high-end processor that you can get for free. Let's see what they say about it. It says, add the smoothest high-end you've ever heard without a hint of harshness. And that's exactly what this does. Again, I'm going to throw this one on our master just so that we can hear it affect the whole beat as it is. You also have a link here, so if you want to turn up both of them at the same time, you can. So obviously that's using way too much, but you can see it's not making it sound super harsh. It actually sounds really great. You can hear those hi-hats stick out really, really well. But let's actually dial it into something that's actually usable here. So you have two controls here, the mid and high air, and that's going to allow you to pick which frequency ranges you want to target for the processing. Let's talk about one that might not be as well known, and that's called La Petite Exciter. And this is a free exciter plugin. And if you don't know what that is, basically what it does is you can target an instrument or a track in your beat, and you can have it just kind of stick out above the mix a little bit more. Add some excitement by adding a little bit of subtle harmonics or distortion to it. So you can use this on pretty much anything. I have this one on the 808 right now, and let's see what it does. Now let's turn it on. Immediately jumps out of the mix more. You can hear it better. It has a bigger presence, and you can go crazy with this. So you can target either the low or the high end of the instrument that you have this on. And this CV value right here is like a compression, and it helps kind of tame the harshness a little bit. It helps you dial it in a little bit more here. So if we pick out a good value, let's see. That's quite a bit, but that's fine for our example here. Now let's tame it a little bit with this compression. The next plugin we got to take a look at is the Smasher by Pulsar. And this is a compressor that's modeled after the Yuri 1176. Hopefully I said that right. But this is an amazing sounding compressor. And this is free right now for a limited time. So go ahead and get this now before it's too late. And if you're watching this too far in the future, sorry you missed out on this one, but I had to include it. Plugin Boutique, for example. You can get it here for free. The Pulsar Smasher has a couple different modes. So if you go under the factory presets, we have a limit and saturate, parallel squash, and thicken everything. So for our case, we're going to be using this on the melody. And let's just stick with the parallel squash for now. And with it, you can see it's doing an absolute ton. And there's a mix knob on this, which is cool. So let's actually back this off a little bit. Let's hear it before and after. All right, let's also put this on our drums, and we'll try the thicken everything preset as well. Let's see how this sounds on our drums. And as you can see, this only uses 20%, so. We got some absolute heaters coming up next, but if you're enjoying this video, please smash the like button for us. That'll help us get this video in the algorithm. Also, comment below which one of these is your favorite. Have you heard of all of these? Or is there one that's brand new to you that you're gonna try out? The next one is an absolute classic, so if you haven't heard of this yet, where have you been, fam? And this is the Korg Essentials. This has 32 different plugins that you can get for free. We have a bit crusher, channel mixer, chorus, compressor, filter, dynamics, frequency shifter, nonlinear filter, limiter, reverser. I use this one on my hi-hats all the time. A ring mod, tape stop. This tape stop effect works really, really well. And while I'm not going to show you all 32 of them, I will show you one of them. This is the transient shaper, and I love to use this if I'm trying to get a little more attack and punch out of my drums. So I have this on our clap right now. Let's take a listen to what it's doing. Let's turn the attack up. I love that it shows you what you're doing as well. So immediately this. Huge difference. And the pump allows you to get almost like a tighter sort of a hit. So if we turn it up, you're going to see that it's going to make this a steeper slope, and it's just going to make it sort of a tighter attack. Let's hear what it's doing. Yeah, I love that thing, man. Another one that you guys might know about already is the Ozone Imager, but everybody needs to know about this if you don't have it yet. Now, I have the whole Ozone mastering bundle, but if you don't have it, you can get this imager for free, and this can be really useful on your melodies or different things that you want to add some stereo width to. And I love how the GUI of this one looks. It just looks and it works so well. You go all the way down, you can put it into a mono signal, so it's only playing down the very center. But just a little bit. Especially since our melody was already nice and spread. Pause. If your melody's already looking fairly decent there, just a little bit can go so far. These next ones are absolute gems, and these are the Clang Helm free plugins here. And these are the 3 free ones here at the bottom when you go to their website, and they have parent plugins that you can pay for. So if you absolutely end up loving one of these to death, you can get the parent one, which will have like way more controls. So we have a saturation and distortion effect right here. We have a character adding compressor, and we have another variable tube compressor. And I would recommend you just get all of these and just play around with them because they sound so dang good. So I actually already had these preloaded on the melody, but I want to show you what it sounds like with and without them. So this first one here is the saturator, and it adds a subtle amount of saturation just to warm it up and add a little harmonics. It's not meant to go absolutely crazy. You can get other plugins to do that. This is meant to be very classy. Here you have your mix level, and this is going to allow you to either make it go more, like have more of a presence if it's down lower, or less and more subtle if you go higher. Your drive is how much you want to push into it. So if we turn this up, you can see it gets to be way too much there. You really just want to add a little bit to whatever you're putting this on. The next one right here is a compressor that adds a lot of character to the melody. And this thing just sounded so good when I put it right on. I'm never going to go back. It sounds amazing. So obviously you have some different modes here depending on what kind of character you want to add. But let me start by going back down to 0 and show you what it sounds like as we rose it up, yeah. Okay, here's without it. And here's the Muckjuck Jr., however you say this, and this is more of a standard looking sort of a compressor. So let's go ahead and hear what this sounds like. Yeah, on the description, it said it can be used to give you that nice pumping effect, or you can just use it to give some subtle compression. So, and because you stayed till the end, I always save the best for last, so I appreciate you very much. This one is an absolute doozy, fam. When I found this, I was like, oh, I gotta make a video on it. So here it is. This one is $200 if you buy the full version, okay? But you can get a free version that just has a couple of the plugins. And this is a Mixbox, or like a Mixbox. It's a bunch of different plugins that you can use for mixing all in one place. So if you scroll down here, you can see you can get the free version right here. It comes with 8 different modules. And if you want to pay the $200, you can get 72, which is a huge upgrade. And after you use this, you might be considering it. And another thing that's so amazing with this plugin is the amount of presets. And get this, all of the presets that I have available right now are just for the free one, so I can use all of these fully. Look at this, and they actually have tons of them. So I picked out this one called Drums, and this is the parallel compressed drums. So what it's doing is it's adding a little bit of high end using this channel strip, making them shine and making them glow a little bit of compression, and then we're limiting them as well. And with them. Let me show you all the modules you get really quick. So you get this channel strip, you get the limiter, you get this flexi amp right here, you get a digital delay, you get this distortion, which sounds really good on your 808s and basses, you get a really nice filter phaser plugin, you get your chorus, the digital reverb, which sounds amazing. These are all so great. This one's an absolute must. You must get this one. I order you. And this is a new line of drum kits that I'm making where I take a certain genre or style of beats and I put all of the sounds that you need to make that beat. When I think about Detroit beats, I think about zaps, basses, triangles, and DJ scratches. And that doesn't even scratch the surface of what's in this drum kit. And if you guys want to check out this kit, we're going to make it 50% off for the next 3 days. You just have to use the code that's on the screen right here. It's Detroit in all caps. So use that in the next 3 days and you can get it 50% off. And this kit is already super cheap.